Virgin Galactic investors, we did it. You did it. The night before the earnings, we've got the result we've been asking for. Let no one tell you in life nothing is impossible. Nothing is impossible. If you come together, work hard from nothing, humble beginnings, you can change the world. Well, we've done it. What am I talking about? This letter just sent out by Michael Cole-Glazier, the CEO, just hours before the earnings report. And I'm going to give you my prediction on the earnings report after I've read you the letter directly from Michael Cole-Glazier. Hi team. We spoke in our town halls last month about the success of our recent space flights and the incredible experience that has been being delivered to our early astronauts. We also spoke about the need to focus our resources on the work that will create long-term financial health and success for our company. As we discussed, our Delta-class ships will drive the capacity, growth, and profitability of our company, and we must focus our efforts on bringing these ships into service. I'm writing today to share the news that we will be streamlining our work outside of the Delta program, and will be making related reductions in both staff and expenses. This is what we've been asking for. It's now happening. Our petition, which you all signed, is now being acted upon. I said this was going to happen, and I said it was going to happen on the earnings. We're going to get it in just a few hours from now. This is a difficult decision, as reductions in our workforce have direct and indirect impacts on our team. Of course, this is very difficult for those affected. Cuts had to be made for the success of Virgin Galactic. Without cuts, the business would not survive. Everybody would lose their jobs. Investors would lose their money. We have to make the company profitable. So this is good news for the investor. And of course, that is what I represent. I want to share how I arrived at this decision, what the process will be for those who are leaving, and what happens next. To profitably scale our business, we must first invest upfront capital to create a fleet of ships based on a standardized production model, the Delta-class ships. At the same time, it has been imperative for us to demonstrate the value and potential of our product by bringing our initial ships, Unity and Eve, into commercial service. Both of these initiatives consume substantial resources, and both have been critical to our company. We have successfully advanced both of these important efforts in parallel, and we have been able to support our funding needs along the way with access to capital markets. Of course, the investor. Recently, however, uncertainty has grown in the capital markets. Interest rates remain high, which adds pressure to the companies who are investing today for profits that will come in the future. Geopolitical unrest continues to expand, and the combination of these factors make long-term access to capital much less favorable. We are going to succeed in this environment by focusing our full company efforts on the safe, efficient, and successful completion of our Delta program that will allow us to create positive cash flow. The Delta ships are powerful economic engines. To bring them into service, we need to extend our strong financial position and reduce our reliance on unpredictable capital markets. We will accomplish this, but it requires us to redirect our resources toward the Delta ships while streamlining and reducing our work outside of the Delta program. By taking these actions now, we ensure Virgin Galactic continues to have access to the funding needed to deliver on our mission, bringing the wonder of space to both our existing customers and to the generations of customers who will follow. Beginning this afternoon and extending through Thursday, we'll be making phone calls to each of you to confirm your employment status. It will take a bit longer to reach everyone versus simply sending an email, but we want to have personal discussions as much as possible. As a company, we'll be working from home during the remainder of this week, as on-site work locations will be unavailable through the end of the week. what happens next. These actions, while necessary, come with great impact. Our teammates who will be leaving Virgin Galactic are talented, purpose-driven, and they excel in their professions. And it is deeply unfortunate to part ways with some of our co-workers and friends. To those who will be leaving, I am very sorry these changes will impact you so directly. I want to thank each of you for the talent, passion, and perseverance you have put into our company each day. We became a commercial space line this year thanks to your efforts, and I'm grateful to you for the work you have done to advance the dream of opening access to space for generations to come. The larger teams who are not directly impacted, I know these changes can be unsettling and disruptive. Our friends and co-workers who are leaving are part of the Virgin Galactic story and success, and while they become a part of our history, we will miss them in our day-to-day interactions. This is a tough moment, but these actions are being taken to remove reliance on unpredictable capital markets, and these actions protect our ability to succeed as we build and lead our industry through the long term. I ask for your understanding and continued engagement as we adjust our operating focus and move forward. We'll be sharing more about the plans that will take us successfully forward during our earnings call tomorrow. Next week, we will gather both in larger groups and smaller teams to answer your questions about program plans, share company economics in greater detail, and align our focus towards profitability, scaling up our spaceship fleet for a global audience. Now, I can appreciate and I understand this is a sad moment for the employees or some of the employees at Virgin Galactic. However, we as investors demand that the company be streamlined. We've invested, we've backed the company, we've supported the company for 2.5 years. I've been here 10 hours a day, going live, building my channel based around Virgin Galactic. We asked for change, we've got change. We got a petition, and thanks to Andy Shovel for putting that together. I've been promoting it every day. We've got thousands of you to sign it. Send in your allocation to your shares, so we know that we represent 95% of the world's retail investors on my show. So we do have power and we do have say. And we have said the company needs to streamline. It needs to save money, and it can be profitable and return a good profit to its investors and serve the future and allow people in the future to fly into space, which is exactly why it was invented in the first place and why we backed it in the first place. It's a sad day for those at the company who will lose their jobs. However, this has to be done to protect the future of Virgin Galactic and all of those who are working at Virgin Galactic now, and all of those that invested in the company. I want to thank everyone for taking part in our survey, in our petition. I apologize. I want to thank Andy Shovel for also putting that petition together and the conversations that he and myself had together to discuss what was needed in the petition. And thanks to all of you who've supported my channel to get the action we need as we believe in Virgin Galactic. Tomorrow we will be reporting on the earnings. It's going to be a good earnings now. Of course, we're not going to get some amazing results and some fantastic figures. We've got a year or two before that happens. However, we can now cut the costs. We can now get Delta Fleet done. We can make the company profitable. And as investors and those that believe in Virgin Galactic and believe in the dream and the mission, we can now all grow together. And when we grow together and make profits, those that were sadly laid off now can come back and work for Virgin Galactic as a profitable company that we can all be proud of. So once again, thanks for all your commitment. Thanks to all of you who signed the petition. We got it. And remember, in life, no matter who you are, how small you are, you can change the world and you can really make a difference. 2.5 years ago, I started here on my channel with nobody watching, no viewers, no members, no subscribers. And here we are now with the world's leading platform for Virgin Galactic. No channel has more influence and more of retail investors engaged in it than we do here. So I thank all of you for your support. We did it together, and now we move on. Join me tomorrow for the earnings. Let's get ready for a good earnings. I'm not selling any of my shares. I'm not scalping any of my shares. I'm holding all the way to $100. Click above my head and you will find the link for the earnings. And over here, you'll find the earnings and other videos I think you'll find useful before tomorrow. Until then, as always, take care of yourselves and each other. It's a sad day, but it's also what had to happen. It always had to happen this way. Go space.